Hello, class. So today I'd like to go over the ad campaign project. Um, I wanted to just go over some things to keep in mind when you're designing the project. So I would like to start off with Vodka Absolute ad campaign. I have always enjoyed the way that Absolute has maintained their consistency throughout the years with this campaign. For instance, one of the things that I really enjoy is how they maintain the product as their focal point. So they come up with so many different variations of the product, and I love how they incorporate the name also as part of the clever renditions, as in Absolute Disco, and you just get it. It's really cleverly done. So um, they have a lot of different renditions of these things. So typically, the way it would be is you sit around in a boardroom and you throw ideas and you have a drawing board, and that's how you come up with these concepts. So um, it is to your advantage if you're really good in Photoshop, so you can execute something like this. It's really well done. Absolute appeal. It's it's always very catchy. That's one of the things that I have always enjoyed about this campaign. And then you have Absolute Design. They have what looks like a blueprint, which makes it really nice. And this is another example that I have put in your Dropbox. I gave you all these examples. So I like the way that they create a collage here with the fruit, and they keep it consistent within these two main products. I mean, these two ads. So that just seems like that's what unifies the campaign. This one is a little bit different, but the logo is kind of what ties it together. So make sure that you either have a logo or the product somewhere in your campaign. This is still the Absolute. This is, I believe, HP. There's some other ones that I couldn't find, but they would have the same little plus sign and this kind of effect going, and you knew that that was the campaign. So for a while they did that. Then they did this one that looks like a little snapshot, and they have a few of those, and that's what keeps that campaign consistent. Then this one is from HP, is those primary colors that make it consistent in the treatment of that illustration. So if you're good with illustrations and things like that, that is also a really good idea. Here, this one is pretty obvious, with the shapes that they've chosen, the way they treated their text, and where they put the logo, and, having a person with the product as well. That is another way. And here, they have chosen lines or these elements that tie all of these together. So keep that consistent too. Keep that in mind, and also the way that they're treating their headlines and their text. So that is important too, that it doesn't change throughout ads. And like I said before, making your product the focal point is really what's going to make your ads very strong. So these are just other examples, and then I wanted to show you some other examples. This one is the way that they did, I guess, the bars at the bottom. That's what keeps it consistent, and also the phrases there. Their taglines. That's what keeps it consistent. So I don't know what product or service you're going to choose, but whatever it is, make sure that you choose a consistent theme as well. Okay. And this one is for Starbucks. Sometimes companies have ad campaigns to, um, just depends if it's something seasonal like Starbucks coffee, they have their seasonal flavors. Sometimes a company has a new product that they would like to launch and let the consumer know what it's about or what it does or what kind of features they have. So a lot of phone companies do that. So you have to just be aware what it is that you want to do, what it is that you're trying to promote or say. In this case, Coca-Cola is just so clever with their using their logo as part of the design, and that makes their logo a lot stronger. And they keep that consistent illustration, and it ties the Coca-Cola and the Olympics together. And it's like they're interacting with their logo. So that's really what makes it strong. Here, let me move. So they're like they're literally interacting with the logo. So that is a really strong piece. So if you're good at illustrating, it really does help. Here's another one from sorry, I was gonna say Photoshop. Starbucks. And so do you see how they kind of they broke up the picture, and they can easily stick other pictures in there, and they're showing people with the product, and they're showing the product as the main focal point. So, and it looks cool. It has a really cool effect, and it's very young. You have to think about the demographics. Who are you targeting? Is it, for a certain age group? Is it for a certain gender? Is it for, you have to ask yourself all these questions, because when you're creating ads, you kind of have to narrow down who your target audience is. So this is another example, another campaign Starbucks launched, and then this is part of the seasonal one. It has a theme. It has certain colors that it uses. So they keep those kind of things in mind. So think about colors, think about shapes, think about the message, think about who your target audience is, and all of these kind of things are going to narrow it down and help you create that cohesive ad campaign. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and I will be seeing you later. Okay, take care.